Development Program, Road Widening, Primary Roads, Daang, Maharlika, LLC, kilometer 0302 plus 103 to kilometer 302 plus 280, Labo, Camarines, Norte, First Legislative District. Also, 24L00030, organizational outcome. Number 1, ensure safe and reliable national road system. Network Development Program, Road Widening, Primary Roads, Daang, Maharlika, LLC, kilometer 305 plus 406, kilometer 0305 plus 880, Labo, Camarines, Norte, First Legislative District. We also have 24F00035, Convergence and Special Support Program, Special Road Fund, Motor Vehicle Users Change and Vehicle Users Charge, MBUC as per RA 11239, rehabilitation, reconstruction, upgrading of damaged paved roads along the Maharlika LLC, kilometer 275 plus 00 to kilometer 276 plus 024, kilometer 276 plus 510 to kilometer 0277 plus 00, kilometer 0283 plus 000, kilometer 0283 plus 311, kilometer 0284 plus 000 to kilometer 284 plus 339, kilometer 284 plus 492, kilometer 0285 plus 000, kilometer 285 plus 658, to kilometer 286 plus 594, kilometer 0322 plus 630, to kilometer 323 plus 150, kilometer 0328 plus 440, to kilometer 329 plus 200, Labo, Camarines Norte, First Legislative District. We also have 24F00055, organizational outcome. 1, ensure safe and reliable national road system asset preservation program, rehabilitation, reconstruction, upgrading of damaged paved roads, secondary roads, Pili Diversion Road, kilometer 045 plus 348 to kilometer 450 plus negative 0450 plus negative 09 772 451 plus 524.50 kilometer 2 kilometer 452 plus 245 Pili, Camarines or 3rd Legislative District. We also have 24F00075, convert Loan District. Also, we have 24L00267, Convergence and Special Support Program, Construction Improvement of Access Roads leading to declared tourism destinations, Tourism Road Infrastructure Program, or TRIP, Birak, Bato, Batalay, Bote, Bitaugan, Carorian, Cagraray Radar Station Roads leading to Marvina Falls, Malangbong Falls, Mangrove Eco Park, Sakahon Beach, Buti Lighthouse, Japanese Garrison, Mount Arinawan, Bitaugan Beach, Carorian Wonders, Bato, Camarines, Catanduanes, Bato. Maybe all, of course, also that's all the projects that we are about to have the pre-bid conference. So at present, we have the following attendees, members of the Dr. Santos, Chief of the Admin Division, and of course the back chairperson. We all on my right is of course the head of the Equipment Management Division, Engineer Nelson Sereno, as the vice chairperson. We also have Engineer Arnel Samson, Chief of the Maintenance Division. Ano po si 70. We also have Engineer Benjamin Guthrie Jr., the Chief of the Quality Assurance and Hydrology Division. Ano muna po siya dito. Okay. So, ayan. Okay. So we have Engineer Benjamin Guthrie Jr., Chief of the Quality Assurance and Hydrology Division as regular member, and also we have the provisional member, the person of the Engineer Alex L. Lacuna, who is Chief of the Construction Division. So, sirs, sirs lang pala kayo. Hello, okay, Bank Secretary. Also, Engineer Medine Altarejos, Bank Secretary. So, we proceed with the previous conference for contract IDs 24F00009, 24F00028. Sir.
Siguro ko, di ba napag-usapan natin kanina, i-post dyan sa ano yung link para...
Yeah, please. What is the link, Justin?
Para makuha ng mga...
Yes po, ng mga prospective bidders. Please, 24F00055, 24F00075, and 24F00267 for infrastructure. Okay, the link for this is dito po. Okay, we also have the head of the DPWH, Engineer Sulaiman Madaya.
Good afternoon po. Nakuha ng diploma. Diploma po sa ako. Agad na po yung subma. Wala naman na.
We are just putting the link for this briefing conference for the benefit of those interested contractors as a brief during our meeting. So this is the link, DPWH Regional Office 5 official channel of the Procurement YouTube po. Okay, copy na po ninyo. So we proceed. This is the live stream. Okay, so we brief on basic contract data. 24F00009, organizational outcome to protect lives and properties against major floods, flood management program, construction, maintenance of flood, mitigation structures and drainage systems. Construction of road that Budiao, Daraga, Albay, package to Daraga, Albay, second legislative district. Also, we have 24F00028, organizational outcome 1, ensure safe and reliable, plus 103 to kilometer 0302 plus 280, Labo, Camarines, Norte, first legislative district. Also, 24F00030, organizational outcome 1, ensure safe and reliable, national road system, network development program, road widening, primary roads, Daang, Maharlika, LC to kilometer 0305 plus 406 to kilometer 0305 plus 880 Labo, Camarines, Norte, first legislative district. Also for 24F00035, we have convergence and special support program, special road fund, motor vehicle users charge, and BUC as per RA 11239, rehabilitation, reconstruction, upgrading of damaged paved roads along the Daang, Maharlika, LC to kilometer 077 plus 00, kilometer 0283 plus 00 to kilometer 0283 plus 311, kilometer 284 plus 000 to kilometer 0284 plus 339, kilometer 0284 plus 492 to kilometer 0285 plus 000, kilometer 0285 plus 658 to kilometer 0286 plus 594, kilometer 0322 plus 630 to kilometer 0323 plus 150, kilometer 0328 plus 440 to kilometer 0329 plus 200 Labo, Camarines, Norte, first legislative district. We also have 24F00055, organizational outcome 1, ensure safe and reliable national road system, asset preservation program, rehabilitation, reconstruction, upgrading of damaged paved roads, plus -122 kilometer 0450 plus -099 kilometer 0450 plus 772.30 kilometer 0450 plus 980 to kilometer 20 kilometer 0451 plus 524.50 to kilometer 0452 plus 245 Pili Camarines or 3rd Legislative District. We also have 24F 00075 Convergence and Special Support Program, Basic Infrastructure Program or BIP or BMP, Flood Mitigation Structures, protecting major strategic public buildings, facilities, construction of Paho Baguio Flood Control Structure, Paho Baguio, Biracatandoanes, Biracatandoanes Lone District. We also have 24F00267, Convergence Special Support Program, Construction, Improvement of Access Roads leading to declared tourism destinations, Tourism Road Infrastructure Program or TRIP, Birac, Bato, Batalay, Bote, Bitaugan, Cararian, Cagaray Radar Station Roads leading to Maribina Falls, Balambong Falls, Mangrove Eco Park, Sakahon Beach, Bote Lighthouse, Japanese Garrison, Mount Arinawan, Bitaugan Beach, Korea. With this, for the eligibility requirements, we have eligibility of respective bidders is determined using the Civil Works Application or CWA, which electronically processes the compliance with the Class A documents as the legal, technical, and financial documents. Respective bidders are encouraged to regularly update the respective records in the CWA on the following requirements. A. Class A documents, legal documents. Number 1, registration certificate from SEC or the Securities and Exchange Commission for corporate organizations, Department of Trade and Industry or DPWH for sole proprietorship or the Cooperative Development Authority for cooperatives. For the legal documents, Roman numeral 2, mayor's business permit issued by the city or municipality where the principal place of the prospective bidder is located, or the equivalent document for exclusive economic zones or areas. In cases of recently expired mayor's business permits, they shall be accepted together with official seals prescribed by the concerned local government unit, provided that the renewed permit shall be submitted as a post-qualification requirement in accordance with Section 34.2 of the IRR of RA 9184. Number 3, tax clearance for Executive Order 3980. Statement of the prospective bidder of all is completed in ongoing government and private contracts, including contracts awarded but not yet started, if any, whether similar or not similar in nature and complexity to the contract to be bid. Another technical documents. Number 5, statement of the bidder's single largest completed contract SLCC similar to the contract to be bid, except under conditions provided for in Section 23.4.2.4 of the IRR of RT 9184. All of the above statements 4 and 5 shall include all information required in the PB that is prescribed by the GPPB. 23.4.2.4, the prospective bidder must have completed an SLCC that is similar to the contract to be bid in whose value, adjusted to current price using the PSA consumer price indices, must be at least 50% of the ABC to be bid, provided, however, that contractors under small a and small b categories without similar experience on the contract to be bid during allowed to bid if the cost of such contract is not more than the allowable rates of contract cost or ARCC of their registration based on the guidelines as prescribed by the ICAP. Another technical documents under 23.4.2.4, moreover, a contract shall be considered similar to the contract to be bid if it has the same major categories of work. The procuring entity may clarify in the bidding documents what is regarded as major categories of work. For the inter-DPW's determination of major categories of work are defined in Department Order 117 Series of 2017. under 23.4.2.5, the SLCC shall be supported by an order certificate of final acceptance issued with the project owner other than the contractor or a final rating of at least satisfactory in the contractor's performance evaluation system or CPES. In case of contracts with the private sector, an equivalent document shall be submitted. Number 6, valid Philippine Contractors Accreditation Board or PCAB license or special PCAB license in case of joint ventures and registration for the type and cost for the contract to be bid. For the financial documents, number 7, the prospective bidders audited financial showing, among others, the prospective bidders' total in current assets and liabilities, stamp received by the BIR or its duly accredited and authorized institutions for the preceding calendar year, which should not be earlier than 2 years from the date of bid submission. For the financial documents, number 8, the prospective bidders' computation of the net financial contracting capacity or NFCC 53.4.2.6, the computation of a prospective bidder's NFCC must be at least equal to the ABC to be bid calculated as follows. NFC is equals to current assets minus current value of all outstanding or uncompleted portions of the projects under ongoing contracts, including awarded contracts yet to be started, coinciding with the contract to be bid. The values of the domestic bidders' current assets and current liabilities shall be based on the latest audited financial statements submitted to the BIR. For Class E documents that are joint ventures bidders shall submit a JVA in accordance with RA 4566 and its IRR. Its partner of the joint venture shall submit the respective field deals certificates of registration in accordance with Section 8.5. Venture partners constitute compliance, provided that the partner responsible to submit the FCC shall likely submit a statement of all its ongoing contracts and audited financial statements. The technical documents is joint venture agreement, bid security as applicable, bid security declaration. Sample format of bid security declaration must be authorized. Bid security declaration must contain Office 5, Old Airport Road, Barangay 40, Kusada, Legazpi City. This contains the following BRI, of course, Black declared that, number 1, BRI understand that according to your conditions, bids must be supported by a bid security, which may be in the form of a bid security declaration. Number 2, BRI accept that letter A, BRI will be automatically disqualified from bidding for any contract with any of your blacklisting order. Resulting to the enforcement of the bid security declaration under Section 23.1, Paragraph B, 34.2, 14.1, and 69.1, except 69.1, Paragraph F of the IRR of RA 9184, without prejudice to other legal action the government may undertake. Number 3, BRI understand that the bid security declarations cease to be valid of the following circumstance. Letter A, upon expiration of the bid validity period or any extension thereof pursuant to your request. Letter B, BRI are declared ineligible or disqualified upon receipt of your notice to such effect, and BRI failed to timely file a request for reconsideration or letter IRRB or I filed a waiver to avail of the said right. Letter C, B or I are declared as a bidder with the lowest calculated and responsive bid, and we or I have furnished the performance security and signed the contract. The jurat states that the witness whereof we or I have to set my hands blank day of blank at blank the place. Apaya. Okay, technical requirements also includes the duly signed organizational chart, duly signed list of key personnel for the contract which supports an affidavit of commitment to work on the contract by the key personnel, duly signed list of contractors, major construction, and laboratory equipment pledged to the contract, and the omnibus cert with the duly signed bid form, including summary of bid prices, duly signed initial detailed estimates, and duly signed cash flow by order. Further instruction clarifications in the submission of technical and financial documents. For those who wish to use Bid Security Declaration or BSD as bid security, use the new format per Department Memorandum Circular 85 Series of 2020 uploaded in the field GIFs in DPWH's websites. Similarly, use the uploaded new Omnibus Warrant Statement format that contains addendum and closed stream pertaining to the declaration of non-inclusion in the blacklist and an additional declaration as closed end pertaining to the advance payment. Prospective bidders are required to use the appropriate and correct format of the Omnibus Warrant Statement pertaining to the authority of the signatory according to the type of business organization. An example, single proprietorship, corporate, cooperative, or joint venture. Failure to do so will be treated as a misdeclaration by the prospective bidder. It will be ground for the non-compliance of the bid. Prospective bidders are reminded of the provisions of the invitation to bid that equipment capacity as specified on the bid data sheet shall be mandatory in absence of the same shall disqualify the contractor. All requirements stated in the bid data sheet are mandatory. Hence, in the same manner that items of work in the corresponding quantities are details of quantities, the type of equipment, their respective capacities and number of units required are also mandatory in the list of equipment pledged for the contract. Failure of the prospective bidders to state a complete technical description of the pledged equipment and a specific location, whether owned, leased, or other purchase agreement, shall result in the bidder's automatic post disqualification and forfeiture of the bid security. The DPWH shall conduct inspection on the pledged equipment as their availability and efficiency. Equipment pledged for one awarded project shall not be pledged to another project bid out on the same date or immediate date after the bidding of the awarded project. Equipment pledged on several projects bid out on the same date, wherein the bidder is potentially the winner of these projects, will be ground for the bidder's post-disqualification in the other projects. Review documents to be submitted to avoid ineligibility in non-compliance of bid. Check the validity of permits, licenses, registrations, and clearances. Check the completeness as to form and substance of the bid security, affidavits, declaration, and other notarized documents. Use the new bid form for infrastructure GPPB resolution number 16/2020 and circularized in the DPWH DO85 series of 2020. All entries required in the bill of quantities, such as those to the unit price in words and figures, and the total price for the item for both lump sum and non-lump sum items of work, should be properly filled out. Absence of any of the said required entries will be ground for non-compliance finding on the bid and shall be considered violation under 2C of DO 17 series of 2015 3-strike policy in the procurement of contracts for civil works, goods, and consulting services. Absence of signature on any page of the bill of quantities qualified as one of the violations contemplated in Department Order number 17 series of 2015 and as reiterated in section 8.6.4 3-strike policy of the DPWH Procurement Manual. Provision of excessive OCMs, profits, and taxes in the paid estimate shall not be considered as ground for the disqualification of the bid. However, the TWG shall make corrections in the bid incorporating therein the correct percentages, amounts for the indirect cost per section 32 of the IRR of RA 9184 in DO 17 series of 2015. The resulting total should be considered as the corrected bid. Awards shall be made to the submitted bid price or its calculated corrected bid price, whichever is lower. Lump sum costs in the bill of quantities may be supported with detailed cost estimate showing the direct and indirect costs, including tax, provision of overhead contingencies, and miscellaneous OCM for special items and the general requirements and facilities for the engineer shall not be accepted. Discounts offered in handwritten text in the bid form should be signed or initialed by the authorized managing officer. In any document should likewise be signed and initialed by the authorized managing officer. Brief explanations of the criteria for eligibility, screening, preliminary examination of bids, detailed evaluation of bids, and post-qualification process and criteria for eligibility processing shall be in accordance with sections 23.1 and 23.4.2 of the revised IRR of RA 9184 in the contract profile based on the 0117 series of 2017 revised guidelines for the determination of major and similar categories of work. Electronic eligibility processing in the Civil Works Application or CWA shall be conducted simultaneously or ahead of the opening of the technical documents depending on the consistency of the network connectivity of the CWA. Preliminary examination of bids shall be conducted in accordance with Section 30 of the revised IRR of RA 9184. Bids that fail to include any requirements for the checklist or are included or possibly insufficient shall be considered as failed. Detailed evaluation of bids shall be in accordance with Section 52 of the revised IRR of RA 9184. Bids shall be checked as to completeness, arithmetic corrections will be performed on computational errors and omissions will be corrected to enable proper comparison and equal weighting of all eligible bids. Post-qualification shall be conducted in accordance with Rule 10, Rule 10, post-qualification of the IRR of RA 9184. Verification, validation, and ascertainment of all the statements made and documents submitted by the bidder with the lowest calculated bid using non-discretionary data as stated in the bidding documents covering the legal, technical, and financial requirements. The provisions of the revised IRR of RA 9184 and the DPWH Procurement Manual 2 infrastructure shall govern the procurement. Instruction and the purchase of bidding documents. Only the owner of the firm or the authorized representatives named in the CRC shall be allowed to transact business relative to bidding matters and purchase bidding documents per DO 176 series of 1993 and as reiterated in DO 197 series of 2001. Those representatives not included in the CRC are required to submit special power of attorney or SPA or secretary certificate whichever is applicable. The authorized representative issued with SPA or secretary certificate shall be required to present two valid government-issued identification cards or IDs and a print-out copy of the document request list or DRL from the plaintiff's posting of the contract to be bid showing the name of their construction firm. The bank secretariat will not be responsible for the failure by the bidder to pay the bidding document in time for the bid dropping due to late arrival, delayed processing of the order of payment, collection order, and late payment of the bidding documents. Instruction on the purchase of bidding documents, loss of the order of payment, and supporting documents already released issued by the bank secretariat is not the responsibility of the bank secretariat. Only the signatory may cancel and or revise the duly signed letter of authority to purchase bid documents. Bidding documents payment made for canceled projects due to no funds approved, released, and for disapproved modification and or for late release projects that have already exceeded the 3-month period for award are non-refundable as a matter of policy of the DPS Regional Office Fund. Instruction on the submission and wrapping of bids. Follow the checklist of the technical and financial document requirements uploaded with the bidding documents for the contract to be bid out. Absence of any required documents shall be considered as failure of compliance with the required documents in non-compliance of the bid. Chronologically arrange the documents in accordance with the checklist for technical and financial documents. Provide any stamp in pagination and securely bind the documents. Affix initial on all pages of the documents. The initials of the pages together with the pagination affirm the authenticity of the pages that they are indeed part of the submitted bid documents. Submit duly signed original 1 machine copy of the bid documents. Machine copies of the document must be from the original. Instruction and distribution and wrapping of bids. A. Place the original technical document in an envelope and securely seal it. Put a marking on the envelope containing the following text: original technical document, the name of the bank chairman, and the name and address of the procuring entity, the contract ID, the name of the project, and indicate. Do not open before 10 a.m. of March 6, 2024 for 24F00009 and 24F00055. Do not open before 10 a.m. of March 8, 2024 for 24F00028, 24F00030, and 24F00035. Do not open before 10 a.m. of March 7, 2024 for 24F00075 and 24F00267. Instruction and submission also of the dropping of bids. Do the same for the original financial documents and put both the original technical and financial envelopes into one outer envelope. Label the outer envelope as original bid, including the other text for the marking. Do the same above procedures for the copy by marking the envelopes as copy 1 for the technical and financial envelopes as well as the outer envelope. Place the envelopes labeled original bid in copy 1 in one mother envelope and put the marking containing the text name of the bank chairman, the name and address of the procuring entity, the contract ID, the name of the project, and indicate. Do not open before 10 a.m. on March 6, 2024 for 24F00009 and 24F00055. Do not open before 10 a.m. on March 8, 2024 for 24F00028, 24F00030, and 24F00035. Do not open before 10 a.m. on March 7, 2024 for 24F00075 and 24F00267. So this is the presentation of what I have read, the original and the copy 1 in the outer envelope. Of course, also the outer envelope contained in the mother envelope. This contains the technical documents, of course, the financial documents in the original and copy 1, of course. Other important matters: prospective bidders are encouraged to conduct site inspection for them to determine whether this is the right project for them. Decisions in the back amending any provision of the bidding documents shall be issued in writing through a supplemental bid bulletin at least 7 calendar days before the deadline for the submission and receipt of bids. Minutes of the pre-bid conference will be posted in the back the back bulletin board, and prospective bidders are encouraged to read the minutes. Prospective bidders are also encouraged to regularly visit the postings in the field bids and DPS websites to keep themselves abreast of the supplemental bid bulletins that may be issued by the back.